We're here at Solvalla racetrack. There is Just Believe. Here's Greg Sugars. And this morning, they're about to acquaint themselves with the biggest stage of their career. Solvalla racetrack ahead of the Elitloppet. Let's go for a ride. Well, Greg, the first look at the Solvalla track for you and Harry. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, very impressed. It's obviously a fantastic setup, and obviously the first thing you notice, and it was what I was told to be prepared for, is the camber on the corners. It's you know, a couple of our tracks like Melton at Holmes, it's pretty good, but this is something extra. It's next level, so pretty extreme. But most importantly, Harry got around very well.
So how was his work this morning? Just take us through what you did with him.
Yeah, quite happy with his work. So I sort of wanted to try and simulate a trial basically, and worked him over 2,000 metres here, and sort of ran him the first furlong quite solid as if he was running out the gate, and then backed off through the middle, and then we sort of dashed up the last probably 600 metres I suppose, and ran a pretty good last quarter. So overall I was pretty happy with his work. He's a casual sort of horse when he's by himself and probably doesn't give 100% at the finish, but that's fine for a workout today. I was happy with what we saw.
How's his progression been through the week? Because when we saw him on Tuesday, he was so alert and he was so bright. Have you been happy with how he's been in his demeanour all week?
Yeah, he seems really well. I haven't really got a negative to report at this stage. He's given me all the indications that he's handled everything well, but I suppose come crunch time on Sunday, we'll really know. We'll see in his performance whether the trip has taken any toll on him, but leading up to it, very happy with what we've seen.
I'm here at the mile start, and this is about barrier number 7, where Just Believe will start in his heat of the Elitloppet. As you can see behind me, a very short run to that first turn. About here will be Amazing, last year's defending champion. About here, from barrier number 1, will be the race favourite Don Vanucci. Set over there, thousands upon thousands of screaming fans. And somehow, Greg Sugars has got to navigate all of that. Well, Greg, barrier 7, that looks like a daunting task. Just take us through how you think that might work.
Yeah, not ideal. Obviously, we said the other day, pre-barrier draw, we were hoping to get an inside draw, maybe 4 or closer to the inside to lob a good spot early. So that's pretty unlikely that's going to happen for us. I've gone back and watched a lot of the replays from previous Elitloppets, and generally the horses drawn out wide, they all go back and follow a spot. So it's still a chance to find a reasonable spot in the second half of the field, but I would say we certainly won't be taking any part in the early burn. Because that mile start, it looks as though that first turn might come up pretty quickly, particularly for those horses drawn 1, 2 and 3. Yeah, I think so. It's not a real long run into the first corner, so particularly with the camber of this track, I don't think you want to be going too wide into the first turn. So yeah, definitely I think our best option from there is to sort of go back and drop in and find a spot as quick as we can. Today, yes, there's an entourage of media here. You're a bit of a celebrity, Greg, but how are you going to handle it on Sunday when there's thousands upon thousands of people here at Solvalla? Yeah, I'm really excited. I'll handle that, no worries at all. Just hopefully it doesn't upset the horse, but I'm sure we'll both handle it very well. You're going to take it in when you're doing those laps prior to the start? Can you maybe envisage how you'll be feeling at that point? Yeah, it was pretty cool. Just had a few moments out there on the track today, just walking before the workout and just basically in awe of where I was. It really is, the stuff dreams are made of to make a trip like this for any harness racing participant. So yeah, hopefully I can sort of stop and take a breath and not be overwhelmed by the situation and just really take it in. And I'm sure if that'll be the case, there'll be lifelong memories. So we know what you're doing with Harry as a trainer, but as a driver, how are you going to prepare for the race on Sunday? Obviously you mentioned you're doing a bit of your own homework. Are you accepting tutelage from other locals that might know this race quite well? Yeah, I asked a few people their opinion already, and I'll probably continue to do that, but sometimes too much information can work against you as a driver, I've found. So at the end of the day, I know the horse really well. I don't know the opposition as well, obviously, but I know my horse and what he's capable of doing, so that'll hopefully point me in the right direction.
Well, all things are on track with Harry, and you're pretty hopeful?
Yeah, look, I'm as I said, everything's looking well leading up to it, so I'm hopeful he will run well, or well as he can. Whether that's good enough to compete with these Europeans remains to be seen, but as I keep saying, we're happy to be here.